Hey everyone, this is Tech. I'm at the Xbox Gaming Lounge at San Diego Comic-Con, where we're looking at previews of several new games, one of which is the Master Chief Collection from 343 Studios, which is the latest installment in the Halo series. I got to talk with Frank O'Connor from 343, as well as Christian Contreras, one of the actors from the upcoming Halo Nightfall. Surprise for everybody. I am here with Frank O'Connor from 343, and we're here to talk about the Master Chief Collection, which is coming out, and I am personally super excited for this. Not only do we get a collection of the first 4 Halo games, but we get the coveted HD rebuild of Halo 2 that we've all been waiting for.
Yeah, and more. You have the multiplayer engine as it was, running at 1080p, 60 frames a second. You have anniversary mode for the campaign. And we have this other additional mode. Max Hoberman's here tonight. He was one of the original multiplayer designers on Halo 2. And it's 6 maps from the original game, completely remastered in a new engine, Xbox One fidelity. And I can tell you that right now that's our most popular playtest. So
awesome, can't wait. Now, the game is also starting up the new Halo set lists, which is the customizable mission builder.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Well, I need to be super careful here. We've never said it was customizable. It will be by the community. There'll be curated lists, so things like, there's a couple of types of lists. There's sort of individual game lists, so you could play the entire Master Chief collection and play through as Master Chief Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4. You do speed runs, do whatever you like. We have game-specific lists, so you could pick Halo 3 and say, I only want to play the flood levels, and do that. Or you could play cross-game playlists. So you could say, I love driving the Warthog. I want to play every Warthog mission from every single Halo game in chronological order, and you can do that. And this does 2 things. One is it makes navigating this huge game feature set really easy and fun. But I think more importantly, it does something creative with it. Most of our playlists are built on things that the community have already asked for, so we know what they want to do. And we will be able to curate new stuff in the future, but you won't be able to customize it. I want to be clear about that. You have complete custom control over multiplayer, obviously, but in campaign, we need to keep that just to make the interface navigable. We had to sort of constrain it a little bit. But you'll be able to customize it by voting and yelling and stuff like that. So
that's all. Well, thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, exactly.
And now the other big feature is Halo Nightfall, which is the episodic series. Can you tell us a little about that?
Halo Nightfall is in some ways the spiritual successor to Forward Unto Dawn. We had a little bit more money, we had a little bit more time. We worked with Scott Free and Ridley Scott, and you can imagine what that was like. And we had a little bit more experience, so we had a fantastic time working on Forward Unto Dawn with Stuart Handler and the guys. This time we weren't quite as fresh, we weren't quite as naive, and I think we put all that up there on the screen, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Great. Now, down the line, you have at least 2 more games scheduled, correct? Halo 5 Guardians and then a potential Halo 6?
Well, Halo 6 is entirely dependent on the success of Halo 5 Guardians, as any game developer can tell you, but yeah. And we also have the Master Chief Collection coming out this year, and there's plenty of nostalgia in that package, but there's also a lot of new content.
Fantastic. Well, I look forward, hopefully, to the 1 through 6 Master Chief Collection someday down the line.
Yeah, I don't know which console that'll be on, but I look forward to it as well. And that's one of the weird things about this project is I think I'm, in a lot of ways, like your audience. I'm a Halo fan, and I want to play this stuff too, and I'm excited to play it.
Great. Frank, thank you so much for talking about it. We're really looking forward to the collection.
Thank you.
I have the pleasure of standing with Christian Contreras, one of the actors in the new Halo Nightfall episodic series that is launching with the Master Chief Collection coming out soon. Christian, thank you so much for talking with me.
Yeah, thank you, man. It's great to be here. How you doing?
Great, thank you very much. So, Halo has dipped into the live-action film realm in the past with the Forward Unto Dawn miniseries, but this is a whole different direction.
Yeah.
So, can you tell us a little about your character in the series?
Well, I play Ramos, who's he's one of the members of the Oni squad that we're on an outer colony planet called Cedra when we something pretty drastic happens. You have to watch the film to find out. Something pretty drastic happens, which sends us on a mission to a foreign planet where things don't quite go as planned, as they never do. But I'm one of a 4-member team of ONIs, which is the Office of Naval Intelligence. I'm sure you know. And just a tight-knit group of soldiers, and when things don't go as planned, it just kind of, presents different challenges that we weren't quite expecting. So,
Very cool. How is it to be an action hero?
I don't know. I would love to know one of these days. I'll tell you, but this film was humbling. My attempts at being an action hero were completely humbled by Iceland and the armor that we wore. It was an absolute trial every day, but I think it's in the end made for the best possible film, man. I really got to say, it was a difficult shoot, but in the best possible way, and it made us all pull together that much harder and dig that much deeper, So yeah, we'll see. But as far as being an action hero, man, I was crying myself to sleep every night, if I'm honest.
Have you had any experience with the Halo universe in the past?
Well, I mean, I'm a huge fan of storytelling of any kind, whether that's novels or film or theater, and I think that the gaming world is the new medium. It's the future of storytelling, and the Halo universe always has been at the forefront of that. I mean, you go into the history of the Halo universe, and I mean, you'd still be reading thousands and thousands of pages, and it's still growing. So to be even a little bit of a part of that lore, the mythology, the history of it, it's such an honor, man. It's really, really cool. So yeah, I've known about Halo since the beginning, of course, man. Huge fan.
Cool. How did you get involved with the project?
I had a very secretive meeting. We had to sign non-disclosure agreements. It was a completely redacted script. We didn't know what it was. Really, we were using code words like the CIA and the bad guys, like the Russians. We were talking about Russians and the CIA because we know now it was, they didn't want it to get out, and they're trying to keep as much of the story details under wrap, with good purpose as well. I think the more that an audience can experience it without knowing too much of the story details, the better. So we were a bit in the dark. I met with Sergio and David Zucker. Sergio's the director. Met with them in London. And then I came back with him and met with him again. And that's just kind of how it works, man. And then I found out just a few days before we headed to Belfast. And there we go. Shot in Belfast and shot in Iceland. It was wicked.
Very cool. The secrecy is very appropriate for the Office of Naval Intelligence.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's apropos, man. It was even amongst us. We were a bit like, do you know what's going on yet? It wasn't really until we got to Northern Ireland that we really got a grasp on not just the story, but our characters, and the unity of the soldiers as a team. And we all became fast friends, man. It really worked. It was great.
Very cool. Well, we're looking forward to it. Can't wait for both the launch of the game and the series.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed, man. I hope everybody likes it, man. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you for talking with me, Christian.
Pleasure, man. Take care.